Hello, my beautiful souls. My name is Nicole, and I'm here to help you reconnect with your light. There has been many things going on in the world, and especially since entering into Scorpio season about 2 weeks ago, I can certainly say that I have been feeling some profound shifts. And in speaking to many people around me, it would seem that many people are also experiencing these profound shifts. So it's been about a week now since we celebrated the new moon in Scorpio. And just to give you a little bit of context here, the sign of Scorpio is a sign which is very deep. It's a sign in which it really pushes us to go into the murky places, to dive into the taboo, to dive into the shadows, to dive into the parts of ourselves that we have not really wanted to experience for fear of the darkness that we might find. So it's important to remember that whilst there is darkness all around us, the darkness is not always bad, because darkness also refers to the occult. And the occult simply refers to the hidden knowledge or hidden wisdom, or just wisdom that has been hidden from us. And so sometimes in going into the darkness also has messages for us. And as we're at a point of really shifting and changing, and many of us have been on a path of diving deeper into understanding who we are and really working on our shadow aspects and working on the parts of ourselves that we want to change and nourish and grow and overcome and supersede. So the first card that I have here is Star Ancestors, Hidden Secrets, Lost Wisdom. Look a little deeper. And that's exactly what I'm referring to in regards to the hidden secrets, the lost wisdom. There has been a lot of wisdom that has been hidden from us. There are things about the world that we do not fully comprehend, including the power that resides within each and every one of us. And again, I will repeat, we are soul beings having a human experience. And so whilst we seem to believe that we live only in the material realm is simply the outcome of the energetic vibration of our souls. And as they say, knowledge is power, because the more information, the more knowledge, the more new information we have inside of us, well, the better decisions that we can make in regards to life. So Scorpio season really has been about pushing us to the edges, pushing us into places where we never thought that we could go. It's pushing us to look really deep inside of ourselves, and it's also forcing us to go into the scariest aspects of ourselves. Because when it comes to this journey of empowering ourselves and becoming our most authentic self, we cannot really become our most authentic self until we understand the parts of ourselves that are holding us back from connecting with this part of ourselves. So it's important to understand what our breaking point is. It's important to understand that yin and yang exists within each of us. Masculine and feminine energy exists within each of us. Good and bad exists within each and every one of us. But the bad can only be bad if it comes to us unaware, if we are consciously, or should I say unconsciously, making decisions from a place of darkness and not necessarily knowing that this darkness exists inside of us. And when I talk about darkness, what do I mean? Well, what I mean is all the things that have been passed on to us, all the limitations that have been placed onto our mind, all the places in which we believe that we are not worthy, that we are not good enough, that we do not have the power to make these changes in our life. So it's really about looking deeper into ourselves and really understanding what are the parts of myself that I've never allowed myself to explore? What are the aspects of my personality that I didn't know exist because I was fearful of what I might find if I start digging down these corners? The next card we have here is You've Got the Love, Codependency, Boundaries. And many of us struggle with codependency. Many of us struggle with putting in place boundaries for ourselves because, well, we've been taught to believe that we do not have what it takes, that we must always look externally for the answers that we need, that because we were not loved and nourished and nurtured in the way that we needed as children, because at the end of the day, we must have compassion for those who brought us into this world and all those people who educated us and formed us into becoming the people that we are today. Because these limitations were only built or placed inside of us because we're all just doing the best that we can, and we're all just learning how to be the master of our thoughts, the master of our mind, body, and soul. But it's an understanding that the love that we are seeking for exists inside of us. And it is only once we are able to find the true love for self that we can fully master self, and we can fully master and overcome all these limitations that have been placed upon us. So it's important to understand that many of us deal with codependency issues because of the fact that many of us just didn't receive the unconditional love that we as soul beings require in order to go through this journey called life. So it's really important to stop putting your gaze outwards and to start looking for the love within, because the moment you are able to see that love exists inside of you, that you are unconditional love in physical form, then love will simply attract to you, because remember, like attracts like, and we said everything is energy. So once you are able to embody the energy of that which you want to call in, then simply embody it. But again, it's not that simple, because how do you embody something that you've never experienced before? But once we start to treat ourselves, should I say, with more love and compassion, and to place boundaries in which we can continue to grow and expand and nurture ourselves, and not think that we are being selfish by putting ourselves first, then this journey becomes a lot easier. The next card that we have here is loosen your grip. Coping mechanisms, addiction, let God in. Yes, many of us are being asked to surrender at this time. There are crazy things happening at this time, and I say that with a smile because these things might seem like they're intense and they're dark, but I promise you all of these things are happening because something better is coming. This pandemic has brought about major changes, and when many of us look around at these changes, we think that they're negative. But if you look at things from a high perspective, we start to understand that these things are actually allowing us to move towards something new, because the world that we knew wasn't that great, and we can continue to say, we're gonna go back to normal at some point, but the previous version of normal, in my opinion, was really not all that great. Many of us were dealing with many of us, our characters and our personality had been formed because we had developed so many different coping mechanisms in order to deal with all of our codependency and our lack of boundaries and our just deep need for nurturing and unconditional love. And because we didn't receive these, and we felt rejected, and we felt like we were never good enough to be who we are, we developed many different coping mechanisms in order to continue to shut out the real version of ourselves, the most authentic version of ourselves. So we are being asked here now to explore what this darkness is inside of us, these addictions, because the darkness, the things that we do not deal with, develop into addictions. And I can say very clearly that I was addicted to sex, I was addicted to alcohol, I was addicted to tobacco, I was addicted to partying, I was addicted to instant gratification, which all of these things, whilst I thought that they were serving me because I was unable to deal with my traumas and all of my deep undealt emotions, these developed into addictions because they're just a way of us soothing ourselves, because we just don't know how to cope with this darkness that exists inside of us. But the darkness doesn't need to live on inside of us until we deal with it. The darkness only comes to the surface because we are truly loved by the universe, and the universe is simply sending us a message to say, hey, we love you and this is not good for you. It's coming up as darkness so that we can shed light onto it. It's coming up as darkness so that we can say, no, I don't want this anymore. This is not serving me. This is not in my highest interest. And the more we let go of these addictions, the more we let God in. And when I say God, I simply mean our higher selves, our true divine self, the highest version of us will begin to come in when we let go of these addictions that are shackling us into a place of lower vibration, that are shackling us and not allowing us to be the higher, most advanced version of us and to live the life that we truly dream of. The next card we have here is Earth pulsing, and look how beautiful this card is. Pulse of the mother, Slow down. Time in nature. Yes, beautiful souls. We are being given an opportunity here to slow down. And it might feel like nothing has been happening, but everything has been happening at the same time, because it's important to understand that there are multiple dimensions in this world that we live in. There is the material dimension, and then there is the unseen dimension, and everything that is manifesting in physical is simply a result of that in the unseen realm. But now once we start to slow down, and that means our mind, body, and soul, once we start to slow down, not allow our mind to run at 1,000,000 miles an hour, and to just find more peace, to find relaxation, to find a point in which we can just sit and be still, and find moments where we don't need to constantly be rushing and thinking about the next thing that we need to do. What am I doing tomorrow? What am I doing next week? What am I doing next month? What am I doing in a week's time? What am I doing next year? The thing is, who knows? The world is constantly changing. How can we possibly know what is of best interest to us in a year's time when so much can happen between now and a year's time? I'm sure that when this pandemic started, many of us would never have imagined that this is the kind of world we would be living in at this moment. But yet, here we are. And the lockdowns, in a sense, forced us to relax. It forced us to slow down. It forced us to start journeying inwards, and to start a journey of introspection, and to really start understanding and understanding ourselves from a different perspective. And the thing is, spending time in nature, spending time in a place which brings you peace is so necessary now, because the things that are happening are way more important than we realize. There are major changes happening. We are literally evolving into human 2.0. And obviously, as we transition into this new phase of life, into this new phase of being, there will be chaos, because we need to learn this new energy and adapt to it. And so even if it feels like you need to be doing 1,000,000 things, no, the universe is supporting you, beautiful souls, to take it slow, to take it easy, and to just nurture yourself in the way you need. The next card we have here is trust the timing. Yes, beautiful souls. If whatever it is that you have been working on is not working at this time, it is because the time is not right. And perhaps you've heard of the concept of divine timing. Everything happens exactly when it is supposed to happen. And the less we try and control, and the more that we surrender to whatever is happening and however it is happening, the more we begin to trust, the more we begin to ride this wave. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. If something is not working, then simply set it aside. If it is meant to be, it will happen, and the universe will support you. So it's important to remember that the construct of time that we have been taught is not real, because past, present, and future are all happening at the same time. So simply trust whatever is happening in the present. Simply trust what is happening in your now, and just surrender to it. Embrace it and surrender to it, and be fully present in whatever is happening now. Because the more you are present now, the more your future, your present, and your past will continue to be glorious. The next card we have is big picture thinking. Visionary, inspired ideas. Yes, beautiful souls, we are being asked to tap into our visionary and inspired ideas. We are being asked to look at the world from a completely new perspective. Everything that previously probably sounded crazy to you, this is what the universe is asking you to do. The universe is asking you to take action. It is time to take action. It is time for you to follow the calling of your soul. Even if these things do not make any sense, beautiful souls, you are being asked to follow your intuition. And the thing is, because our intuition is working in a different realm than our physical bodies, sometimes what comes to us intuitively won't make sense in the material world until later on. But it's important to start to learn to trust your intuition, and to trust the fact that you have all the answers and the capability of doing whatever it is that you need to do in order to move forward towards a life of abundance and prosperity. So beautiful souls, hold on to your vision and its big picture thinking. Go big or go home. If your dreams are not big, then dream bigger. Dream bigger, because anything, beautiful souls, is possible if you believe in your dreams. The card we have here, white witch. Be the light. Beautiful souls, we are being asked to be the light for those who cannot find the light inside of them. Be the light, because the more you are light, the more you help all those around you. The more you can shine your beacon and the more you can spread your light as far out as it can go, the more you are encouraging and supporting others to do the same, supporting others to find the true purpose and the true version of who they really are. But the thing is, we can only be the light if we believe we are the light, if we believe that the changes that we are making in our life has a ripple effect that travels out far into the universe. Drop your shields. Protection guardian, beautiful souls, how can you be the light if you're constantly hiding behind a wall? If you do not believe that it is time to allow the heart, the wall that you have created around your heart, and not intentionally, but the wall that has been created around your heart as a result of all of the traumas and the negative moments and the rejection that you have experienced, not just in this life, but in lifetimes, because we are here to let go of the shields that have been built around us for lifetimes. We are being asked to drop and to surrender and to believe that there is the power inside of us to be more than what we think that we can be, to be more than we think, to be more than we have taught that we can be. It is time to share that light and to become a trader, to exchange energy to create abundance, because when you give out your most authentic energy into the world, you get abundance in return, because the only purpose that we have to be here is firstly to remember who we are at the soul level, to remember who we truly are and to enact that in physical form. But the more we be the true versions of us, the more the universe will retaliate and bring us and gift us with more and more abundance, because the journey of life is simply to remember that we are beautiful, to remember that we are bright, to remember that we are unconditional love in human form. And the more that we can share that light outwards with others around us, the more we will be gifted with abundance. Do not let your past hold you back, beautiful souls, because it is the past that shackles us from moving forward. It is the fears of our past. It is all of the experiences that we have had in our past that we were not able to overcome for lack of the tools to enable us to do so. But if we are not willing to let go of these past hurts, we will never move forward and connect with the true divine version of ourselves. A personal issue is reaching resolution, and that personal issue, beautiful souls, is the issue of not loving yourself with more nurturing tenderness, with not gifting yourself with the love, kindness and tenderness that you deserve, but that you were not gifted with, because we've all been working on dealing and overcoming our hurts and our pains. And so, beautiful souls, I just want to send you this message of light to let you know that the darkness has held us down for too long, but the light is here. The light is here as long as we are open to allow it in. It's so easy to hold on to what we know, even if what we know is not serving us. Because if these things have been with us for so long, how do we begin to let go? How do we begin to let go of something that defines us to the core of our being? But, beautiful souls, your dreams need a practical plan. It is time to start looking into the places where you can take action, to start thinking of your dreams and to start asking how you and purely you can make these things happen, because only we have the power of making our dreams become reality. But the only way that we can do this is to believe in ourselves, to believe in our dreams, to believe in the light that lives on deep inside of us. Even if it is deep inside of us, if we go looking for it, beautiful souls, we will find that light. So I want to end this message here. I truly pray and truly hope that each and every one of you connects and finds with the light deep inside of you. I'm sending you all the love and light in the universe to help you through this journey. And I urge you to remember that the light is coming. Soon, beautiful souls, the darkness that has held us down for so long will no longer be a part of our existence. I ask you to believe in the beauty of the future you and to believe in the beauty of the future earth. I wish you love and light. Have a beautiful day.